Hey everyone, it's Pixel here. Welcome, I'm your French tier list fanatic. Today we are ranking one of the most essential tier lists. We are ranking the adventure objects and the locations in Heroes of Might and Magic 1. It's an essential tier list in my opinion because it will help you make the best use and optimize of one of the most precious resources in the entire game, in the entire saga, movement points. Quick reminder, this tier list is 100% personal. It's based on my feelings and way too many hours playing the game, you know? So, yeah, it's not absolute truth, but just my take on it, you know? And hey, if you disagree, that's so great, because you can drop a comment and tell me what you think. I love hearing from you. Oh, and one more thing. If you enjoy these videos, hit that like button, subscribe, and join the adventure with me. It really helps and keeps me motivated to bring you more translated tier list. Alright, let's jump in. We start with the Buoy! Yoo-hoo! Well, the Buoy gives you a +1 morale, a nice little boost, but nothing game-changing, you know, especially in the water. You see, morale is super useful, but +1 for only one battle and you have to get on the sea for that? It isn't a huge deal. Somewhere between C and D tier. Let's go for C tier for now. C minus. C. Okay, C. C for the C! A C tier for the C buoy. Now, let's move on to the cabin. Okay, in this place you can get 1 to 4 free archers each week. It's pretty good for the early game, especially if you are playing castle, you know? Not a must-visit place, but useful if you send a scout. Solid B tier to my opinion. Now let's move on to the Campfire! Ooh, one of the most iconic adventure objects in the entire series. You can get for free 400 to 600 gold and 4 to 6 random resources. Even rare ones, you know. Always worth picking up this thing. Easy A tier for me. I love Campfire. I love this crackling sound, you know, when you get near those things, and it's very iconic to the series. Now let's move on to the cemetery, the first ever creature bank in the series. This one is legendary location, became a series staple, you know, but beware, 30% chance of a fight with the ghost. The S tier 4 units in the game. You can fight up to 10 ghosts for 1000 gold, and there is every time 1 stack, 5 stacks of them divided. So for 10 ghosts you get 5 stacks of 2 ghosts, and again for 15 ghosts you can earn 2000 gold. For 25 ghosts you can have 5000 gold, and the maximum reward of this creature bank is for 50 ghosts. You can have 2000 gold and 1 precious artifact. Whoa! But honestly, let's be clear. Fighting 50 ghosts. No way! It's an easy B tier for me. You know, it's too risky. It's too crazy to go in there for such a bad reward. I don't want to risk my troops and maybe the game just for gold, you know, for 1 stack of gold. So, and now let's dive into the first ranked mine ever, the Crystal Mine. What a mine! They do provide 1 crystal per day, and crystals are very important resources, especially if you are playing castle or stronghold. It's an easy A tier for me. Don't ignore them. And yes, slightly under the Campfire, because I love the Campfire so much. They do give you a good, nice little boost. Let's move on to the RNG madness, the Demon Cave. Ooh. Okay, this is a unique adventure object location. This is a unique adventure location. You fight virtually, not a real fight, a demon, and the reward you get is really totally random. You have 70% chance of something good for you and 30% chance of financial ruin. You can get your hero kicked out, just you can lose it easily, and you know the risk is very high, but so are the rewards. You can have artifacts in it, so it's a you can tell it's a B tier to me, because it can be very rewarding or it can be very punishing. So let's go for a B tier. Pretty good location, but totally RNG. But most of the time it would be a good RNG. Huh? 70%. That's okay. Let's pause. Here we go for the Dragon City, the Utopia. The legend begins. What a nice location. What a beautiful design. When I was a child, I was, ooh, I love them. Okay, that place became legendary in later games. Yes, you really earned me there. In Heroes of Might and Magic 1, it's not that amazing. You have to fight 5 dragons. 5 dragons, yes, you heard me. 5 of the best unit in the game to get a gold mine equivalent. 1,000 gold per day, guarded by dragons after. Oh, to me, it's very hard to rank it. I would put it in... let's go for a good solid A+ tier. Because, you know, it's not that bad. It can be really very useful because gold is very hard to earn in Heroes 1. But, man, 5 dragons for that? Woo! You have to be really prepared. So, it's not that good. But the design, you know, it's not the most beautiful one. But, wow, when I was a child, I was like, the Dragon City. So, very nice one. Now, let's move on to a very, very ugly one. The Fairy Ring. +1 luck. +1 luck is not a big deal. With +3 luck, you only have a 25% chance to trigger double damage. That's not very great. So, +1 luck is pretty weak. It's really pretty weak. It's C tier. And let's go under the buoy. I really don't like this. You will go there only if it's precisely right on your path, but nothing more. Okay? For one fight, not worth it, definitely. The fountain. Okay, this is the same thing as the Fairy Ring, +1 luck, but I do like the water sound effect when you get next to it. You know, but that's all. That's really all. This is just slightly better than the Fairy Ring, aesthetically speaking, you know, but not pretty much. And now we move to the Gazebo. Oh, I love this place. I love this place, but in the later games, because in the first one, it doesn't look so amazing. You have to guess that it's Gazebo. On the adventure map, it's not looking so great. Yes, I don't like the Heroes 1 version aesthetically of this place. You know, this awesome location was actually missing in Heroes 3, but thankfully to the team of Horn of the Abyss, this totally iconic location came back. Whoa! Okay, I love this place. You know, it's 1000 XP for your hero per hero. That's huge. And for the early game, it gives you so much tempo. Let's go for A plus tier. It's not that great. It's not that impressive. It's not that exceptional. But and it's not looking very good in this series. But I love this place. So let's go for this A tier. A plus tier. A plus tier. Okay. Let's move on to the gem mine. Ooh. This place provides you 1 gem per day, super useful, especially for sorcerers and warlocks, and for the overpowered recruitment of for the genies, you know, in the magic lamp. Probably slightly better than the crystal mine overall. So let's go for A tier and a solid A tier. I love gems. Gold mine! Gold mine! Up, 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 up. Nah, this is gold, you know. This is 1,000 gold per day. Are you kidding me? This is one of the best economic boosts in the entire game, especially in Heroes 1, where gold is very hard to earn, you know. So it's an easy S tier. I love gold. I mean, it's a big S tier. I love gold. You just go in there. You flag that mine and you take 1,000 gold per day more. Whoa! It can be really game changing and you don't have to fight 5 dragons for this. So that's definitely worth it. Okay, let's move. Oh boy. After ranking a godlike location, we have to rank that piece of that trash tier. Whoa! One of the worst ever place to go. You know what you can find in there? Peasants! That gives you 20 to 50 free peasants. You know what? The only thing worse than this is paying for peasants. if you had to pay for that. Trash tier, easy D tier, absolutely waste of time and movement. Yuck! Don't go in there ever. The Straw Hut. 10 to 30 green goblins. For free. With 3 to 6 growth per week. It's better than peasants, but still not worth going out of your way. Or maybe in very early game, I will rank them C tier, but a C plus tier. It's like quite B tier, but I don't know. I don't like to go there, and it really don't keep up with the game, you know. Now let's move to the Mercury Lab. Ooh, I love the Mercury Lab. What an iconic location. +1 Mercury per day. This is a must-have if you are playing Sorceress. Just think about all those phoenixes you need to buy. It's useful, it's a great design, it's a legendary location, and as a real value, it's a nature. And, well, between the crystal and the gems, I prefer the gems, but this is really good location. And, yes, you want Mercury. Oh! This makes me dance like an oriental guy, you know? You have the magic lamp. Ooh. You can recruit 2 to 5 genies for 650 gold plus 1 gem each. And genies, you know, are broken in Heroes of Might and Magic 1. Remember, each genie has 10% chance to halve an enemy stack. Ooh. And this object is really, really amazingly iconic to the game, because when you see this, you are always happy and you have to get it as fast as you can. It's a pretty easy S- tier. It's very important to go in there to take that lamp and to, you know, I don't know how to say it. Okay, to swipe the lamp? Okay, let's move on to the Lighthouse. A tricky one. Only +20 movement C points per turn for all your heroes at sea. That could be a thing, but hear me out, guys. There is almost nothing to pick up at the sea in Heroes 1. There is no treasure. So, it's much less significant than in later episodes. If you are playing a water-heavy niche map, this can be helpful, but really not much. Let's put it in B tier. And yes, under the Demon Cave. Because it's a movement object, so it's not that useless, but it's movement on the sea, and the sea in Heroes 1 is empty. Okay? So, yes. A B minus 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 tier. But a scoot can go there. Okay, the snowy version of the forum. Guess what you find in those shitty places? Yes, you get me, peasants. So it go in as... No, indeed, yeah. That's really, really trash. And, you know, it's like garbage with some snow on it. Still garbage. Okay, now we move on to the log cabin with... dwarves. Yes, you heard me. 1, 2, 3 dwarves each week. It's really, really not worth it at all. It's still better than peasants, but again, a snowy place you don't want to visit at all. Easy D tier. Whatever. And now, let's move on to one of the most iconic places of the game. The villages and the castles. Ooh. Okay. In Heroes 1, villages give you 250 gold per day. They are mostly of the time weekly defended, and of course a way to earn gold, and maybe can be upgraded in castles to earn even more gold. So it's an easy A tier for me. You must go in there. And I would put it just here. Okay? Why not? And now, let's move to the castle. Ooh, the castle place. 1,000 gold per day. Crucial objectives. Potentially denying so much thing for your enemies when you capture them. One of the most important places to go of the entire franchise. If you find some dragons in it, I put the castle faction, the knight faction, you know, but it could be warlock, sorceress, and stronghold, and you can find some creatures growing up. You can refill your army. You can find nice big mage guild in it. You can take a spell that can change the entire course of the game. So, of course, the castles and all the castles are easy S tier for me. And I would put it in front of the gold mine. I love gold mine, but castle, so much benefits from them. Let's move on to the Stone Lith. A pretty difficult place to rank in tier list, but I won't give up. They make you travel much faster by an instant teleportation from one location to another location. But you have to watch them carefully, because your opponent can use them too and, surprise, come at you very fast and kill your army, your scouts, just maybe some villages or castle near from it. So it can be a real pain in the ass. And in Heroes 1, just so you know, you can't hit the spacebar to get in and get out of the structure. So moving back and forth costs a lot of movement points. Pretty hard to rank. I would put them in C tier. They do exist. And it would be a C minus tier. Maybe right, I don't know, right here. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, what do you think? The Oasis. Today is gonna be the day that you can have some morale. But no movement points. You can't have movement. You can't. You can just have movement points. You can have only one morale. It's not bad. It's that bad, I guess. But not worth taking a detour in a movement-draining desert for no movement points in Heroes 1. So it's a C tier right here. Okay. It could be a D tier, but if it's on your path, why not? Iconic! Iconic one, the Obelisks. The Obelisks you want to send scouts to this location. It's never a priority to visit them, but if you can, just go there because it's a way to find the ultimate artifact, and ultimate artifact is good, top notch. They don't look so good in Heroes 1, so they would give I would give them a B tier, and I will B tier them just here. It's okay. It's not a priority, you can send scouts, but getting the ultimate artifact is very good. So, if it's possible, just go there. The Oracles! Basically, they are just like a full Thief Guilds. You get all the rankings for each player in the different categories. Pretty useful. On some maps you will really need to know who's a threat and who you can take down easily, but honestly, you won't be visiting these too often. I'd say it's B- tier, I guess? Yeah, B- tier. Information in the game is very useful, but not essential, okay? Not in this game. The ore mine. Rocks, stones, coal. Coal, you know, the coal. I don't know if it's good pronunciation, but just call it whatever you want, but it's ore. Early game, this is crucial. But later on, it's meh. You know what? You won't know what to do with all the ore you have, since there is no marketplace in Heroes 1. So you will stack ore for nothing. I'm placing it in B tier, plus 2 ore per day. B tier. Let's go for here. I don't like that. Okay. Okay, let's move on to a hole. Yeah, literally just a hole. You know, I love tier list. I love to rank everything. So the hole, yeah, literally just a hole. Well, I give you a special shout out to all the diggers in the game. It does nothing except block boats from landing on the land, on the earth. It's an easy D tier, of course. You don't have to go there. I'm ranking it just for fun because they deserve to be tier listed. Like everything in this game, like everything in the Ontario. Like everything. Now, let's move on to the Sawmill. Same logic as the ore mine, but for wood. Nothing much to add. Oh, and the Sawmill in Heroes 1 are not aesthetically the best ones of the series. Later versions look way better. Let's put it in... Yes, just right. Just next to the... Yeah, let's put it just next to the ore mine. It deserves that 8- tier. Oops! I just realized... I'm sorry, I just realized I wanted to put it in B tier, and I put it in A tier. That's a mistake from me. Sorry, guys. I meant B tier, of course. I don't know why I did that. I'm sorry. So B tier you go and you go, yeah, but okay. I think they deserve to be in solid B plus tier because it's pretty essential in the early game. So it's okay. B plus tier. Let's move out. Now we go to the Shipwreck. Okay, this one is spooky. You fight 5 stacks of 10 ghosts for 200 gold, 2000 gold, and 1 artifact. Sounds cool, right? But here's the problem. It's basically a maxed out cemetery, but on water. So yeah, you might get a heart attack for not much reward. Still, not completely useless. I'd put it in B tier. It's very, very, very risky. Proceed with caution or you might lose the entire game for this. So let's go for a B tier just there, okay? Let's opt for a good artifact if you fight those guys. And now, the Sanctuary, the Shrine. You can learn a random spell for free! Woo! Yes, please! If you have a book on you, this is always worth to go there. A tier for sure, A tier for sure, but A tier, a spell, a free spell, it can be awesome, but not as this. I think it's just right there. Let's go there. A minus tier, A to A minus tier, you know. Okay. Signpost. You know I'm mad of tier list. So I rank even the Signpost. It's useless, so obviously essential to the game. Okay. I'm joking. They can give hints or direction, which is sometimes useful and helpful. Come on, let's be real. Let's go to C tier. It's not that worthless. You want sometimes to check them out, but C minus. Of course. And now the skeletons. Ooh, they look ugly in Heroes 1. Not a good design. Pretty common things in the series. Most of the time they're just a decoration, but there is 10% chance of finding an artifact, but the other 90% chance is to get nothing. You just get nothing. So yes, it's not great. It's a C tier. It's a C tier right here, or I don't know, yes, right here. It's pretty huge. A scout can go on it if you have a scout available for it. So that's not that useless. Okay, let's go there, because you can send a scout and it would be useful. And on the buoy or on the fountain, the scout just doesn't care of those locations. So okay, it's at least a little bit more useful. Okay, let's move on to the statue. Woo! I actually love this one. The sound effect, the +2 morale it gives, it's decent. It's a B tier for me. It's a good one. And for only one battle, so it's not that useful. I would place it right here. I think it's location. If it's on your path, it's really great, and it does worth the stop. You know, it's not too much far from the path for your main hero. Okay, now let's talk of the Sulfur Mine. +1 sulfur per day, and oh boy, now we are talking of something very useful, because you need sulfur for dragons. So everyone loves dragons, everyone wants sulfur. It's an A tier and it's above the rest. It's an A tier, easy A tier, and I do rank them under the Campfire. Yes, I love the campfire. That's maybe not that objective, you know. That's my tier list. I do whatever I want. And if you don't agree, you can tell me, of course. And I love the disagreement. Okay, the tent. The tent. Inside you will find 10 to 20 nomads with a weekly growth of 1 to 3. The cost is 200 gold per unit. It's kinda meh. It's not bad, it's not great. It's a B tier, to my opinion, and it's a B tier. Since you find them in the desert, you can have movement penalties and slow you down, and you can be slowed. It's only worth it. It's right on your path, so it's a B minus tier to me. I do like the nomads, but you have to be sure to check them with a scout, or if it's on your path, but that's all. Okay, now let's move on to I'm sorry, I realize that I have to pause because let's talk of one of the most beautiful, the most iconic, one of the most, I would say, the most iconic object of the entire Heroes of Might and Magic series. And yes, right from the first episode, the legendary, wait for it, legendary treasure chest. Ooh. Every time I see the treasure chest, I smile. I'm so happy. The sound effect, the choices between RNG gold or XP, it's perfect. It's what makes Heroes of Might and Magic. It's an easy S tier, and I would put it there. Okay. Now, it's an S tier, an easy S tier, but you can debate with those things. But, of course, if it was only a hard choice, it would be S++ tier. I love those objects, and I always want to take them. Woo! I love them. Now, let's move on to the Caravan Camp. It's time to recruit some pervert Zoros. I'm sorry, I just realized that my my tier list didn't fit in. I'm not used to have so much thing to rank. Okay. So I was about the Caravan Camp. It's time to recruit some pervert Zoro, as I said. Well, actually, in early game, this can actually be useful. The Caravan Camp can be easily placed in B tier because you want those guys in early game and maybe for a decent scout, maybe to get some secondary objectives on the map. B tier, and I will rank them just right there, or right there, because of the movement point, the desert movement point, the desert movement point penalty. Okay. Now let's move on to the water wheel. Ooh, iconic, the famous spinning wheel of free money. 1,000 gold per week with 500 gold for the first week. It's a really, really nice bonus, especially for the scouts. It's an easy A tier, very iconic to the game too. A tier for gold. And it's each week, and you can send easily scouts. I would put it here. I do find that it's really useful, and yes, if you have it very accessible, you can go there every week and get that nice bonus of gold. So that's okay. Let's move to the Whirlpool. The Whirlpool. Iconic too. In Heroes 1, Whirlpool randomly teleports you, but with a 30, yes, you hear me, 30% chance of losing 50% of your weakest stack. Yeah, and you can't have one stack in Heroes 1. So, if you take your main hero in there, you might regret it. Not totally useless, but very risky to go there. And yes, to me, it's a C tier, and it's just between the Signpost and the Stone Lith. Okay, that's not a very great location. I don't like Whirlpools that much, but not very useless though, so it's okay. Okay, and finally, last location, the Windmill. Another iconic location of Heroes of Might and Magic. And from the start, from the beginning of the series, it already gives you +2 random resources per week. And it does look cool actually, and the animation of the object is really nice, even in Heroes 1. So it's cool, but the problem that there is no marketplace. Gold is way more important than resources. It's an easy B tier. It's a B plus tier. I would place it there. I realize that the Oracle must be not in A tier. I don't know why I put it in A tier. That's a mistake from me. Oracles deserve to go there, I think. Yes, I think it's better like this. Okay. Do I need to adjust something? The Gazebo. Maybe better here. Yes. I think that's more accurate. This is... Yes. The villages are really much important. That's... and the Lighthouse... The Lighthouse deserves B tier, I think. Yes, the Lighthouse deserves a B tier. And I would put there... right here. Okay, that seems nice now. That seems pretty good. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'm pretty much happy of this thing. Okay. Whew. Well, that's it for today. If you enjoy it, drop a like, a subscribe, and tell me what you think in the comments. See you next one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.